Look like an angry witch? Yes, you even got a wart on your nose. High five, homie. Hey dudes, John here, and welcome back to another Minecraft resource pack review. That's right, we're going to be going over a few resource packs that I absolutely love, recently at least. I found one that's really interesting. It's not much of a resource pack, but I'll show you what I mean that in just a second. This is my resource pack world, and there's a little village behind me. But yeah, this has got a little bit of every block in the game of Minecraft, currently up to 1.15.1, and the resource packs are compatible with that. I'll put a link in the description down below for all the resource packs that I am downloading. And if you don't know what I mean by resource pack, I mean texture pack. So let's go ahead and jump into a few texture packs. We're going to go into options. We're going to click on resource packs, and we're going to pick a few of these right here. This one's saying incompatible because that's for an older version. This one should be compatible, but it's saying incompatible. It says also made for an older version, even though I downloaded it for this version, which is really unfortunate because that's one I really wanted to try because it's supposed to make the world like Terraria, but it's not quite working. I might jump into an older version of Minecraft just for that purpose, so we'll see about that. We'll try this one right here. This one's dark, and then we're going to try this one right here, Classic 3D. Let's go to this one. So we just press on the little play button. It transfers it over to the selected resource packs, and I'm going to say done. And it's going to take a second. It's going to refresh the game, and it's going to jump right back into. And it looks like it changed our GUI just a tiny bit. And we're going to go back to game. It doesn't look like it changed much of the game, but it did. I can see it from here. So this one's called Classic 3D. We can go ahead and get started with the basic materials here. We're going to go to the woods. And it doesn't look like it made much of a difference. What it did is it looks like it made the materials pop out just a hair. I don't know if you can see that little black line right there, but it's not enough to be substantial. Ooh, it did do something to some of these other things that have outlined items. They do pop out a little bit more. You would think it would on the stone and on the cobble a little bit, but it doesn't. And on the wood planks, but it really doesn't. It just makes the bark stick out a little bit further than the one without the bark. You see that? You see the difference between the two? Yeah. So it does look a little wonky in the sense that it just kind of overlaps itself to other materials. I don't know if I like that, but I mean, it's not terrible. This looks good. This looks really cool, actually. I really like that. Like sea lanterns, if they had that little metal frame looking thing, that would be pretty sick. But none of this stuff is three-dimensional. It's just a few items here and there. These didn't really turn out in any 3D. I don't see much of 3D in this or this. The item frames were already technically 3D. So far, the only thing I'm seeing a big difference in is the sea lanterns. I don't know if I... Oh, okay, the torches look good. That looks pretty cool. The doors look pretty cool. They look like they got a little bit of a indent to them. I like the torches. They look like they got little squares sticking out. That looks pretty cool. These haven't changed at all. Let's look at our weapons. I can't really tell from here. Let's look at our villagers. Did any of our villagers change at all? No, nothing here has changed. Okay, the metal straps around the barrels. That looks good. The little pop-outs, the diamond pop-outs on the enchantment table that looks freaking cool. So these are really, really subtle changes, and I kind of like them, actually. So that's the one thing I do love about Minecraft, is Minecraft looks like Minecraft. It looks like no other game. And then when you try to impose, like, realistic, and all these villagers are just so loud, realistic-looking textures to Minecraft, I think it takes away from the Minecraftiness. Is that a word? I don't know. It is now. That's what I love about Minecraft, is because it's very, very unique in its style. And I like the way that they did this. It's very, very subtle, but it does look like just enough. Look at the banding on the hay bales. Looks really good. But not all the textures have been changed or updated. Like, I would have liked to see the wood on this, like, indented, like a barrel. You know what I mean? Like this, they indented the top of this what do you call it, smoker, but not the side. Oh, they did. Okay, the little window on the side there is indented a little bit. That looks good. Hey villager, you keep doing you, okay? I don't know if they... No. No, you get to stay there. Is it becoming nighttime? He went to sleep. That's weird. Okay, that looks good. It's like indented where the furnace goes. So there are a few things that they did that look really cool, and a few things that look like they could have been taken care of. These are the type of texture packs that I would like to take and go further with. You know what I mean? Like I would like to take them and modify them a little bit more, tweak them a little bit more to make them look a little more streamlined to match the rest of the set. Like some of this, the glass I think is okay. The way it is as a smooth paint, you wouldn't really want that to be choppy, but like I feel like that's a lost opportunity right there. Those could have been indented. That would have looked pretty cool. The doors they did pretty good with. They're not. I mean, I feel like that's a loss. That's the metal could have been indented right there. That would have looked good. The ladders look really good. I love the rungs on the ladders. That looks sick. The Prismarine looks really good, where it's popping out right there. And the ores, see, this is the thing about ores, is I feel like ores are embedded in stone, and I feel like these should have been a negative. I'm not knocking this. I think this looks pretty cool because it's different than anything else, but when it's underground and there's a stone next to it, that wouldn't be protruding into the next stone. It would be indented into itself. So I feel like it's a lost opportunity, and it could have been dropped in, and maybe they tried it that way and it didn't work. And if you see this, look at this is an item frame sitting on top of it, and it's glitching out like mad because these little bits are trying to protrude through the item frame, and it just doesn't do it justice. And I feel like they should be indented and instead of what do you call it, embossed like that. I don't know. The cakes look good though. The cakes, I believe that looks perfect because the icing should be on top. That looks really nice. The crafting table, I guess it's supposed to look like a leather patch on top. Do you see that? I don't know. It looks okay. I don't hate it. These look good. The furnaces look good. The trapdoors, this one looks good. I mean, some of them look really, really nice. Like this looks really good. It looks like they emphasize some of the hinges. I feel like that's lost right there. That door handle has been embossed right there, but they could have done the hinges as well. I think that could have been pretty cool. This one, see, look at it. They indented this, but they didn't indent the rest. Like they did the door handles, but not the hinges again. And the door handle here, and then these look a little more detailed. This is indented. That looks really good. I feel like the wood planks on the edge could have been dropped down, and it would have made it look more like actual wood planks joining together. This one here looks like it was forgotten. Like it could have matched over there on the oak door, whatever, the dark oak door. It could have matched that a little bit more. And same with the iron. I think that could have been indented right there. That would have looked really good. I'm not knocking these. I think they're fantastic. I just feel like there's a few things that could be added to make it look a little more matchy across the entire setup, inside the entire resource pack. Bamboos and plants and stuff like that, I don't think any of that stuff is different or changed, right? The top here looks identical. Mobs, I don't think any of the mobs have changed. I think they all look the same except for maybe the mushroom. The mushroom looks like it's got like actual mushrooms on his head. That looks really good. They did a good job there. I like that. Okay, that looks very, very nice. The birds, the parrots, nope, yeah, all look the same, homies. The flowers, I think they did a little bit on the sunflower and the daisies. That looks good. Yeah, they indented the center of the flower there. That looks very nice. Good job, guys. I don't know who put this together, but I'm just saying guys in general, like guys and girls, whoever did it. This could have been indented a little bit right there. That would have looked really nice. And for the most part, everything else is the same. But again, with the quartz ore could have been dropped in. The nether quartz, I don't know. I feel like that's a lost opportunity right there. It could have been dropped in a little bit. Same with the soul sand. I feel like the faces could have been indented. That would have looked really, really nice. That looks about the same. And then as far as our minecarts, the face looks like a face now because its eyes are fully indented. That looks really cool. The minecart what you call the rail systems. They look really nice, and the redstone torches look really nice, as well as the comparators and the repeaters. So it looks like they did a really good job on the redstone stuffs. The day-night sensor looks really good. Dispensers, droppers, pistons look good too because they have that little metal outdented portion right there. That looks really nice. The glowstone, the redstone lamps look very, very nice. And the kelp is pretty cool. It's got this little stripe running through it. I don't know if you can see that or not. You see it pop up a little bit right there. Yeah, that looks really cool. As far as water and water textures, those look the same. The lily pads look nice. They're a little more defined than they were before. None of the stuff underwater, except for maybe the sea lanterns, look a little better. They might be indented in the top right there. I can't really tell. These guys were left alone entirely. And these look like they may have been left alone. I can't tell. Maybe that's a little more, a little darker right there, but I can't tell very much based off of the original. It looks pretty much the same to me. As far as bees go, let's see here. I think the bees are asleep. But the honeycomb, or the beehive, has been updated. That looks pretty cool, actually. That one's pretty full. And same with the nest. It's been updated. Oh, these little purple flowers. I can't remember what the heck they're called. The allium has been updated. That looks really nice. Let's go into escape. Let's go into options. Go to resource packs. We're going to put this one back. We're going to remove that. And we're going to go into this one called the dark version. This is like Minecraft dark mode. It really doesn't change anything else other than the GUI, the actual user interface. And I'll show you what I mean by that right now. It changes this a little bit to like a stone texture and then back to game. So everything is going to be, well, everything's going to be the same. Nothing's changed as far as textures go. Everything looks pretty much standard. It's all stock GUI. However, if I were to press E, it puts my menu in dark mode. I think if anything else, I would like this. If like nothing else is included in the game, this is probably the best thing there could be. Yeah, look at that. The crafting table and the menu and stuff are all in dark mode. I think that's really freaking cool. I love dark mode on my phone, on my computer, on everything. So this is pretty cool. I like it better than the standard gray, light gray. So there's like a dark gray. I think if I weren't to use any texture packs, or if I could use two, I would love to use this one here as far as my GUI, because look, even my menu bar on the bottom, it's like a dark gray. If I hit this, it's all in dark gray, and I really like that. That's freaking awesome. I absolutely love dark mode. This is probably my favorite texture pack of all texture packs, and it's not even a texture pack. All right, let's go ahead and jump into another one. All right, we're going to try this one here. It's called Creator Pack, and let's just give it a go. Let's try it out. What is Creator Pack, and how much better does it? Whoa, the GUI is clearly different. We're going to go to done and back to game, and oh my goodness, it does change things quite a bit. I mean, it does try to make things look a little more, I guess, smooth? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it does look a little better. Things are a little more defined. I can't tell that this is Podzol, though, because I'm pretty positive it is Podzol. And that's grass, and that's mycelium, and that's... Is that gravel? No, that's coarse dirt. Oh, with little bits of rock in it. Well, that's kind of interesting. That's grass path. Okay. All right. So the bits and pieces look a little smoother, and that's going to be our obsidian. And this is our brick. Brick is usually red. So they made it like this clay color brick like I have in my house. This is sponge and wet sponge. Ice. So we're going to go through this entire bit because on the other one, not much was changed. But this one looks like every texture has been touched. This one's a little bit different, but not by much. And the quartz doesn't look too much different. It does have more texture to it than before. It's a lot smoother usually. The nether quartz looks kind of pink. I don't know if it's I know it's a white right there, but the red is bleeding in a little bit, making it look a little pink from distance, not right up close. And another brick, another wart. The magma looks pretty similar. The soul sand doesn't look like soul sand anymore. It doesn't look like that creepy like faces in the sand anymore. Those look pretty similar. The glass looks a little different, and that looks a little more of a face. I love that face. It's so freaking hilarious. Those are clearly all different. The chests look a lot lighter. I wish there was different colors of chest, although it would probably make making chests a little bit more difficult in the beginning of the game. But for the most part, not too bad. That looks cool because it looks like it actually has slime, like gooped up on the front of it to make it sticky. And the redstone blocks look really nice. So do the lantern, what do you call it? Redstone lanterns. Those look freaking awesome. I kind of like that, dude. I'm pretty, again, I'm not a big fan of realism looking texture packs, and this one isn't. It's not realistic looking. It's just making it look a little more defined. It's got a little more detail to the thing. You can see the wire connecting all the bits of TNT, all the bits of dynamite on the top, all 16 pieces on the top there. That's pretty cool. As far as those go, those look pretty similar. It looks like they added a little more texture to them. The boats look like wooden planks, a little more so than they did before. And the coral, I don't know. It's okay. It just looks like another textured block. That looks pretty good. I like the stripes when they do that. Lava looks like orange juice. It's not very red. It's pretty. I mean, I know lava gets to be really, really bright, so it loses its red color. But I've always known lava in Minecraft to be fairly red. And this is a lot more orange than red. But it does look nice, though, because I usually have to. I have a lava room in my Epic World that I covered in yellow glass, and I called it the orange juice room. And I don't think I'd have to anymore with this. It just is what it is. All right, that looks pretty sick. It looks like they added a little more detail, made the block a little more smooth with like hieroglyphs on the side, and they added a little hieroglyph on the actual icon bit that you would hold in your hand as well that goes on the item frames. The glass looks pretty sick because it looks like it's got metal frames in between it. Although in glass, I wish glass, when it joined together, would form one big piece of glass. Like it would eliminate that block. It would recognize that it's sitting next to another glass block and would make it one elongated piece of glass if you wanted it to, instead of being framed like this, just to give you a nice, like if you wanted a big picture window, you could do that. Someone is at my front door. I guess UPS was at my front door. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. They just made them look a little more green, like a brighter shade of green, like a forest green on the actual edges, and these look more round. Don't look like eye slits, like cat eyes is what they used to look like to me. Crafting table looks interesting. Yeah, look at that. They look kind of creepy, actually. With a single, they look like a human eye now instead of a cat eye. They used to look like cat eyes, but whatever. They didn't really change that much, and they didn't really change that much, except for the colorways. The color looks a lot more purple. Ooh, that looks way evil. Oh, so are the mobs going to be all different? Oh, no. That's my biggest complaint about a lot of texture packs is just leave the mobs alone. I mean, maybe change their, like, skin, but don't change their face, because every time they change their face, it just makes it look terrible. Okay, the cat looks good. They made it look more like a calico cat. That's nice. And the plants and flowers look really good, too. Very detailed as far as Minecraft goes, as well as even the anvils. Anvils look really nice. The melons, well, I suppose they look like a melon. Yeah, I don't hate that. I really don't. I kind of like that. It looks really nice. How about the birds? The birds. How the birds look? The birds look like they were left alone. They have a little more shading on them on the bottom end. They look like they have a little shading on them. But other than that, it looks like they were left alone. I just noticed the glowstone lamps look way different. They don't really look like a lamp anymore. Or these still look like a light because there's such a bright source of light. And the torches look a little different. They don't have any, I don't see any particles or smoke coming off of them either. These look nice. They cleaned them up a little bit, so it's a little more glowy. Glowy. Turtles look like turtles. They even have little turtle eyes. I kind of like the turtles. Oh, the record player. I love it when they do this. So when they take the note block and the jukebox and they make them look like a record player with speakers, I like that. It looks really cool. And they make the furnace look like a pizza oven. I like that too. Whoa. The doors, man. The doors. Very interesting. I don't love them, but I don't hate them. You know what I mean? Like, because I like this door because it's so square. It looks modern. Now I took away that modernness and looked very 1970s. Anyway, so the animals. What did you do to the animals? Okay, so again, they changed the body color on all the... Oh, no. See what I mean? Look at that pig. Oh, it looks so evil. It looks derpy. Oh, the cow. Oh, leave their faces alone, guys. I love that you guys are trying to do all the work, and I appreciate it. But leave the faces alone. Man. I know they try to give them eyes with pupils so they look less derpy, but they look so small. In some cases, they look kind of creepy. I kind of like the derp. Oh, the sun looks cool. I wonder what this world would look like with shaders on it. Oh. Yes. You look like a fox, I suppose. What about the kitties? The cats look like cats still. They still look like they have that same derpiness to them. These blocks look good because they didn't like make that metal frame on them like they did on the clear glass. The clear glass is just, it's very, very distinct. Look at this. It looks like it's got a metal frame on it, where the white glasses, all the different color glass, looks like it just has that same color, but less transparent. A little more opaque. This is terracotta. Terracotta's got some texture to it instead of just being smooth. And this is the sand. The sand looks like, well, it looks like sand. And the concrete looks like, well, it looks like concrete still. It does have no, not really. They didn't really add much texture to it. They did change those up a little bit to have a little more detail on the outsides, made it a little more noticeable. And there's a chain on those that's a little more noticeable too. On the lanterns, that looks good too. Oh, the zombies and the creeper. The creepers look sad. Zombies look creepy. You look creepy. Those guys look, oh man, oh Lord. Okay. But see what I mean by indented? See, look, they took these and they made them look like they're indented into the material. They don't actually drop down. They just gave it that feel. And it looks more appropriate. It looks like it belongs in the stone as opposed to outside the stone. I like that better. When you indent the stones, I feel like it looks a little more like it belongs in the game of Minecraft. Versus popping it out, I feel like it doesn't do it justice. Let's go look at the mobs outside here, the bad mobs. What do you look like, homie? What do you look like? What you look like, homie? Kind of creepy. The spiders look a little more creepy. This guy is doing some damage. Some serious damage. Yeah, look at him. Oh, my Lord. He looks like a tank. He looks all beat to heck, though. I know you can repair those guys now, too. Oh, they just look sad. The creepers just look sad. The skelebones they look kind of evil. Look like Joker smiles. Big old giant smiles across their face. What about the witches? What do they look like? Look like an angry witch? Yes, you even got a wart on your nose. High five, homie. Yeah, so they did do a little bit of texture changing on the villagers' faces. I don't see much change on on their actual clothing, though, so I don't think that's going to change much throughout one biome to another. They did change all the tables. For the most part, they modified them a little bit, if not entirely. The fire animation looks interesting. But yeah, it looks like they changed a little bit of everything. Like everything's got a little fire stack to it. And yeah, I mean, I like this texture pack. I don't like it as much as I do the other one, except for the ores. I think I like the ores in this one versus the ores in the very first one we looked at. But I just wanted to show you guys a few texture packs that I enjoy, and I do that from time to time. If you guys want to see more texture pack reviews or mod reviews or anything along those lines, or even mod pack reviews, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to show you guys. And if you guys want to see how to install resource packs, which are texture packs, I'll put a link in the description down below, as well as the end card on this video. You can just go ahead and click on the next video to take a look at how to install texture packs. Anyways, dudes, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, you guys could smash that like button down below. It's greatly appreciated. And if you're at all new to this channel, if you guys can click that subscribe button, it does help the channel out a great deal. And while you're at it, if you click that little bell, you click that stupid little bell, it turns on notifications and it lets YouTubes and dudettes know when we upload our videos sometimes. Until next time, guys, see ya.